I'm a nutritionist, and here are 3 reasons why your January diet always fails you and what to do instead. This time of year, we are just inundated with health information, nutritional advice. I feel that nutrition has been overcomplicated for too long, and one thing that I really want to do is just normalize it again. It doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be inaccessible. It can be food that you love to eat, makes you feel good, and you actually want to sit at home and enjoy after a long day at work. So the first principle that I want to introduce you to is something called volume eating. This is actually the recommended portion size of pasta. This is 75 grams dry weight cooked. It's not the kind of meal that's going to leave you feeling full for very long. In fact, it pretty much looks like a toddler portion. But what I'm going to show you is how to make meals based on the recommended portions, but still with lots of volume, lots of bulk, that's going to leave you feeling really satisfied. Tip number 1 is your low starch vegetables. So low starch vegetables are things like tomatoes, peppers, courgettes, aubergines, mushrooms. Adding a good handful of these roasted veg. I've already doubled my portion size, but without adding that extra carb load. Protein and fiber are the 2 things in your meals that are going to leave you feeling satisfied and full. P&F always with every single meal. I'm just going to add this tin of tuna, which again is going to give me about 20 grams of protein. But tuna is what I call a lean protein. So it's going to give you lots of protein, but not that many calories. Finally, I'm going to add something bitter. So anything bitter, peppery, like rocket, those dark green leafy vegetables, even things like citrus, lemon juice, vinegars. These things can really, really help satiety. And again, that feeling of contentment when you're eating. So now let's toss this all together. So now we can instantly see a side-by-side comparison. So bear in mind, exactly the same carb portion here. But you can see the size difference is crazy. Which one do you think is going to leave you feeling more satisfied? Of course, I've got to top it off with an extra little bit of Parmesan. Your diet should not leave you feeling hungry, and I think that is principle number 1 this January. Load up your plates with those low starch vegetables, add in your bitters, your acids, your spices, and make sure you're getting enough protein. This is going to make the biggest difference to how you feel, not just during, but also after your meals, leaving you less likely to snack, crave other foods. If you're looking to improve your health goals, then volume eating is the perfect solution for you, especially if you're someone who has a big appetite and wants to feel nice and full. So you decide that skipping breakfast is going to be the thing that's right for you, but instead you skip breakfast, you're absolutely starving by 11, lunch hits, and by 12 you've already inhaled it. What I often suggest to clients instead is to eat breakfast, but what should a healthy balanced breakfast look like? This is a standard formula for many people. This is 2 scrambled eggs on a slice of toast. And whilst this has so many nutritional benefits, this is not likely to leave you feeling full, content, all the way up until lunch. So this is what I would do instead. When creating your breakfast plates, you need to imagine them like a salad. You want lots of different things, lots of different plants. I often aim for the rule of 3, so 3 different types of foods alongside my basic eggs on toast. I've also pimped these eggs up, 2 scrambled eggs, but with extra egg whites. I actually buy egg whites in a carton. I think they're a fantastic way to just add a splash to your omelets, to your scrambled eggs. There are different types of nutrients in different colors of food. And I've got my cherry tomatoes, I've got my spinach, so I've got red and green. Eating the rainbow is a brilliant way to make sure that you're ticking off your checklists for your nutrition to-dos. It doesn't need to be complicated. Then I've also added an extra dollop of cottage cheese to this, an additional boost of protein. Dairy is a really great source of calcium, key B vitamins. And even though essentially these are the same thing, these are eggs on toast, this is a breakfast plate that is going to give you all of the nutrients that you need, set you up for the morning, and leave you more likely to stay on track. I always say diet context is everything. Imagine this chopping board is your week's worth of all your food intake. As long as we have this lovely balance of color, diversity, whole foods, protein where possible, the little things that we often fixate on when it comes to nutrition and our health are not that important. And what I mean here is when people get really obsessed over a little bit of sugar or a bar of chocolate, If I put that in context of every single other thing that I've eaten that week, that is not going to be the reason why you're not achieving your health goals. But balance is everything. You can have your cake and eat it and still have a really abundant, lovely, nutritious diet. If this sounds like a bit of you, then be sure to click that subscribe button and join me along this journey.